we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. But tonight, we've got a preseason matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Denver Broncos.
Please welcome your 2027 Denver Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Nix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taken in at the 22. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And leading them out, their signal caller, now at his 4th season in the NFL.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
There go play action. Here's McCarthy. He'll swing this out to Moss. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They'll run on 1st down with Moss. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Black. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
At the 23-yard line. A gain of 14. 1st down, Minnesota.
Right back to him on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Black. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Now McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week one, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes, or they're starting to look like a good offensive football team.
The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And it'll be a turnover on downs. As the home team's offense makes their way back out, we show you the defensive coordinator for the visiting team. His guys looking to come up with a stop here in this tie game. On the run, this is J.K. Dobbins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
At the 14-yard line.
To throw is Nix. Caught Franklin right side. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To the left side, looked in by Franklin. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And we'll see what he can do on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, first and 10. As the visitors head back out, we take a look at the defensive coordinator for the home team. He is as intense and as focused as you'll find in this business, and all eyes, including his, are on what is to come in this next possession. Good starting field position for the Vikings. There as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
To the air with McCarthy. And this throw incomplete. Have a defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Third down from the gun, McCarthy. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Fielded at the 20. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here first and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off the play fake, Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Black. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Second down and 8.
On the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Throw left side, complete. That's Franklin. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Now they're staring at a third and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. Throwing Nix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
Taking it about the 16. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And they will take over first and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, I told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. McCarthy operating from the gun.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. To throw, here's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Nate Wiggins on the tackle. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Second quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Nix to the air. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively and broke the play up.
On 4th down, Jeremy Crawshaw on to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Black. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll keep it on the ground. Black. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. Second down.
32-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Here's McCarthy. And that'll be incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. The defense, they brought the house. That O-line, they were overwhelmed.
To put it mildly, because they didn't have enough bodies to block all the guys that came at them. Their best move, how they would have been better served, just turn around and yell, "Look out!" Because here they come.
37 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Waddle, the motion man right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go play action with Nix. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.K. Dobbins, 47 yards. And the Broncos post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. So that drive of 4 plays. And it's finished off by a touchdown run from J.K. Dobbins. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now out comes Minnesota. And there's a look at how the last handful of drives have gone. Remember that last time out, they had to punt the football. And they'll try to get some points out of this drive here. 1st and 10 now. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Black. And this will be a Vikings first down as he gets it up past the 35. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
On first down, Black. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. McCarthy, he'll set to throw it. That complete to Downs. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
First down, Minnesota.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Well, I'm not quite sure how he got away from that first tackler, but he won't even be able to get it back to the line of scrimmage there as the defense rallies behind him.
Brings up second and 11.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Second and 11. Throwing is McCarthy. Complete. Richardson has it.
McCarthy's pass.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. They'll indeed go. Here's McCarthy. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. That was one I kind of saw coming, Charge. That free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
Here's Nix. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. They'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
2 yards to go, second down. Waddle, the motion man right. Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, complete. It's Franklin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Nix finds his tight end Ingram. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Second and 10. Nix from the shotgun. He'll find Sutton on the right side, complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Nix looking to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's the hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
Field goal. A 28-yard attempt.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So halftime now here on Sunday Night Primetime. Let's get it to Scott Hansen in Orlando with our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you very much. We are ready to get started here with the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
And he takes a says this will be incomplete. After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
The Lance going to throw. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here. And that one, it backfired in a big way.
Bloods to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And Lance now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Scatteroo. And he'll bring it up here to right at. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
To throw, it's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Alonso looked to have the extra point. And the lead is now 24. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Shifts by him. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain.
Well, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Now Lance. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
They have picked up right where they left off in half number one, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now.
17 yards.
17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now the Central Florida product, it's R.J. Harvey.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
R.J. Harvey.
An 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Bloods to try to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score, Broncos 31.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Vikings offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
Looking to put a drive together.
On first down, they'll start out with Moss.
And not much there. Maybe a yard after the 24.
That ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
33, yellow.
They'll go up the middle here with Moss. And this will be a Vikings first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Minnesota.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Red, 38. Ready?
Here's Lance. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of a team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84. And on the board, Michael Jordan had written, Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight. He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Ritter now.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the... And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
For the extra point, Cameron Dicker.
And he's got it as the score is now 31-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Denver's offense now set to go.
There have been no struggles here for this crew. I mean, they were up double digits at halftime, and they've just expanded that here in the second half.
and it appears there are no answers from the defensive side. I think right now, if I'm the coordinator, if I'm down on the field, if I'm wearing a hat, I've already thrown it. If it's a visor, it's sailed, right? My game plan is down by my feet right now because nothing I've drawn up appears to be working.
Well, he's going to have to find something right now to stop this offense. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
At the 31-yard line.
Blue, 32.
On the handoff, Harvey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ready. 60 red.
Again, it's Harvey. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Ritter. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. 23 yards the pickup there.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On the give, it's Harvey. Down to about the 37.
Harvey, the ball carrier. Jalen's pumped on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
One quarter remains here on Sunday Night Primetime. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 10 black. Ready, go.
Ritter completes this quickly. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off the game.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. And a lot lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now Lutz for the field goal try. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing now is Lance. And Thomas has it. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun now for Lance. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. And Denver getting set to take the field. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Up the middle, it's Harvey. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. He's manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Harvey fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Come on, set, ready, go, set, go.
They'll go. Here's Harvey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to.
Ritter has it knocked down. And the Vikings pick up the football.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Minnesota now ready for their next possession.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Following the fumble recovery, Lance.
He'll dump this off to Scatteroo.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Second and a couple.
At the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Here's Lance to throw it.
Throw left side, complete to Moss. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 3.
That will go down as a completion in the stat sheet, but it's really just an extension of the run game. All he's doing is getting the ball into his playmakers' hands and letting them do the rest. They weren't able to break it, but you'll never complain about picking up a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
On the play. And the Vikings first down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
It's second down.
Another try after the first down sack.
Lance. And Lance throws the interception, his third. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, you know, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
On the ground, it's Harvey to start the drive. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line.
This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
They run straight ahead with Harvey.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Here we go. 52 blue. Ready.
Once more with Harvey. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
Let's go. Ready.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about, a true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
We have a deal. One of the top receivers has agreed to terms on a contract extension that will likely keep him and his quarterback very happy.